for almost a century. Fox Cities here was the capital of the paper manufacturing capital of the world, and that's changed. But I think the community really has demonstrated resilience in embracing probably a more diversified economy.
The community came together around issues of exclusion, around issues of racism, and also actually put some programs in place that are making a difference currently.
We formed a collaborative with the 3 health systems in the area. All 3 health systems got out of competing with each other for talent and for revenue around pediatric mental health services.
And I feel like another point that will show that we took this moment as a legacy moment and moved out of it stronger would be that not only are we concerned about our economy and how our businesses are doing, but we're concerned about the life our residents and likewise our employees are having here.
So when I think of signs of renewal and moving ahead, I think a lot of people miss those opportunities to engage face-to-face with other community members.
Knowing how the local police departments have really engaged mental health organizations to sort of de-escalate or find a better way to help those who are in need from a mental health standpoint instead of arresting them or just sending them to an ER.
And I think, when we get to a point where, folks, particularly people of color, can have an encounter with the police and routinely say that, that went well or they were respectful, I think that'll be a sign of renewal.
The whole notion of civility and treating each other with dignity and respect, regardless of our thoughts, has taken a time out, it feels like.
We need to slow down and do the work that it takes to invest for those who normally are not heard. We need to take a different pathway of learning and a different pathway of investment, which is going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel risky.
And I think we've seen some great examples of how, as we try to ask people to be a part of the solution and be at the table and change those power dynamics, that those closest to the work and closer to their own communities are the ones that come through with those breakthrough solutions.
I think that in addition to that, you have to make sure that you reach out to new voices and be very deliberate about that. And that's why I'm very, hopeful about the impact of that multicultural communications, network that we have, because it's intentionally about connecting with marginalized groups.
Yeah. And as a student of history, I often look back and go, what made those people make that change?
How can we recapture the American idea that we're a melting pot, so that there isn't value only found in a person for what they're contributing, but that they're valuable because they are part of our community?
How can we do this differently so that we can have the workforce that we want and need, and so that people can live the quality of life that they deserve?
And I think out of this, a wonderful legacy would be that a diverse population of people from all across the country choose to move here, that they will be embraced and that they will feel like they belong to a community. If we can accomplish that, the employment picture will take care of itself.